Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And of course, hello, Sparks fans. Welcome back to Sparkstember, Sparktacular Sparkstember. And before I begin, I just want to briefly talk about Larry Graves and Glenn Calloway. Then Glenn Calloway was on Larry Graves' channel today. It's cool seeing them two together. I find they remind me of the Odd Couple. You know that they like each other, but they like to kid each other in that cool way. It's for our benefit, of course, that they do that, and I find it funny and I find it enjoyable to watch. But anyway, I was watching Glenn Calloway's channel this morning because I always watch Glenn Calloway's channel, everything he posts. I don't always comment, but I try to. And I'll leave links to everything down below where you can go and watch different stuff. But he was talking about some stuff that like he was getting into, like what was he playing, and he was talking about Bob Dylan's blood on the blood on the tracks, and I had gotten them. I had gotten them a while back. I had all these from Bob Dylan's greatest hits here to Bob Dylan Out of Time, and then Blood on the Tracks. And this had been the only one I did not play. And thank you to Glenn Calloway. This is a shout out to him and his channel that he reminded me, because he said he played it a few times, like at least three times in the last couple of days or so. So like it reminded me to play that. So that's what I did. As you as as you see, it's not in there. It's in my player because I was playing it, and I like it. I'll give it a strong, maybe yeah, I'll give it a strong 8.5. Yeah, yeah, I because it probably, potential of going up to at least a 9 or a 9.5. Well, we'll see on that one. I should do an initial rating on that too. But I was glad I played it today for the first time, and it was really good, and I need to play it a couple more times. Anyway, but I have been stuck on Sparks lately, so I want to get to that. So it's day 14, it's album 14, and we are going to talk about the music that you can dance to. Yeah, it is danceable. But I will have to say, out of all of the Spark stuff that I've heard so far, Terminal Terminal Drive is bad, okay, but this is probably my least favorite music that I've heard of Sparks. I'm going to quickly go through the ratings, right? But before I do that, I just kind of want to introduce something about my rating system that might clarify a few things for you. This is a graph I am making of where everything lies, and that if it's a 10, of course, it's awesome, and if it's a 9.5, that's great. It's exclamation marks. But and they belong, of course, on a mixtape. But then you get the mid stuff, like, okay, they're very good, and it's a good wide margin of a very good, good, not bad, and okay, which means, they're all acceptable, and like, yeah, and okay, Under the Table with Her, for example, was the only song that I gave a 7.5. But again, it's okay. It is okay, and I'm not going to skip it. It's a fine song, you know and yeah, and but that is my rating. I like it and I won't skip it, and then no, which means I'll skip anything below a 7. It's like, any Backstreet Boys, any Nickelback, any or less, well, those are probably less, yeah, okay. But just keep that now in mind when I give you the numbers. Yeah, so music that you can dance to, title track, it's a 9.5. I'm going to keep, for this episode, I am going to keep this up here as I go through the numbers. Can you hear that? Rosebud. That's a movie reference. Yeah. So that gets an 8. It's just a flat 8. It's not bad. It's not bad. Nothing I would want to listen to on my own. But in the context of an album, it's good. It's good. Well, it's actually, no, a little less than good. It's not bad. It's not bad. You know? and then song number 3, Fingertips. Yeah, yeah. And just to be fair, I wanted to give it a lower score because it's bad, but it gets a 7. It gets a 7. I'd skip it. I would skip it. You know. Uh, yeah. This is probably not an album I would want to play too often anyway. But okay. I gave number 4, Armies of the Night, and I know it can be exchanged with Change, and I added Change at the end as song number 9, so it is in there. So there's 9 tracks altogether. But Armies of the Night got a solid 9, straight flat 9. It's very good. And the scene too, I thought it was very good. Okay, it's not a bad way to start the side 2. I had hopes, and then okay, Shopping Mall of Love, 8.5. Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good. Modesty, please. It's good. It's good. Let's get funky. Not bad. Not bad. 8. It's an 8. And change. Yeah, that was great. That's great. I do like change. That's the 9.5. So that gives it an overall score of an 8.555, which means, where it sits, right? Okay. I can show you this, right? That's the first scoring for the first 13 and everything, and showing you. But I added to the new list, which has the same. Oh, I added the fourth thing of the ones I have. You know, TOIH, the ones I have. So I have Half Nelson, I have Kimono, I have Propaganda, and so on and so forth. That you see check marked at the last on the fourth square there. So that's what I added. So yeah. And so next is going to be interior design, and hopefully it'll beat the 8.55. But let's look at this list here. That's the rate. That's their ranking of the first 13, right? Which puts Propaganda at the top and Terminal Drive at the bottom. Yeah. So of course that would like 8.555. That's below a Terminal Drive. I mean, there's no 10 out of 10s. There's no there's no bonus tracks. And I don't own it, but yeah, it might be in Terminal Drive, and the music I can dance to might be the last 2 albums so far that I'm ordering. I'll order the other ones up higher on the list way before like In Outer Space, Big Beat. I'll probably order those next. I'll look for those next. And yeah, just that's where it sits right now. You're right below Terminal Drive. And congratulations, music that you can dance to. You are now the worst album that of Sparks that I know of so far. Okay. But it's still like, look, it's still an 8.5, right? It's still above an 8.5. Nothing got, you know, even though it's the lowest. Where does that put it on that rating? An 8.5. It means it's good. It's good. You know, it's not great. Or near awesome like some of the other ones. Propaganda is great. I mean, should that score be higher? Well, I I get, it should be awesome. Propaganda should probably have a higher score. Should be a 10. I guess, if you add up, if you were if I were to assign points to those numbers here, okay, that would be added on to there, okay. Say I give it a 0.030 points for every extra bonus. So you would add or let's make it easier. No, it have to be at least a 0.030 instead of a 0.225. It has to be a little bit higher, you know. And yeah, if you added points for each of those, even those two, okay, if you added points, that might even make that higher than those, or even to those, okay? Think of that. Because adding in like the number having 10 to the tens gives it extra points. And if you added those extra points up here and up here, to the rest of those scores, it adds that extra punch that makes that turns that from a again from a great album to an awesome album. Just saying, just saying. That's how I'm thinking of it. That's how I'm rating it. And it's my interpretation, my rules, and that's how we're going to go with that. So, yep, that's how it all ends up. So I am going to leave you here and just say that I love you all. You are all special in your own unique, awesome way. And I think the people who embrace that are the ones who are happy and who treat others with consideration, dignity, and respect. And and so if you love my channel and you consider subscribing, please do. I will greatly appreciate it and love you forever. Of course, please hit the like button and please give me a comment. Tell me what you like or don't like about my channel. I'm here for you. I wish this could be my job rather than what I'm doing now. If I were doing this full time, that would be awesome. So that's why it's important for you guys to like the videos and if you can, even share, you know. But anyway, again, I love you guys all. Please take care, be safe. I'll see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.